This is George, and he's tux. He's dressed in business casual. I don't want to write it. He's dressed in business casual
Just write in.
because he's got a job. Because he's got to feed his family. You know, he's got a family of 78. It's rough. Life's rough.
Dear God.
Life's...
Why is it so many?
Listen, he was a player at one point, but we don't talk about it, okay? The past is in the past.
Okay.
What matters is he's taking care of them, and he's paying all the child support. But to do that, you know, he has to have his job, and that's great and all, except his asshole boss.
Ew.
That's exactly what I'm saying. His asshole boss, he puts all his money towards his gold-plated tie. Here he is, being an asshole. He's doing paperwork. Here's his pen. He's got a nice gold-plated pen as well. And his gold-plated iPhone. But this one is rose gold.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he's stylish. You know, he's
living the high life.
Stylist, but I think she might have gotten fired.
Why? Oh, why would he get fired?
Louisiana budget cuts. Back to George. Fuck Rocco. Back to George.
Why is his name Rocco?
I don't know. His mom decided it'd be good. I don't know. Didn't ask. So George, right? George is he's a little down in the dumps, cause his paycheck is $1, not per hour, not annually. Just it's $1.
So Rocco cut him out. He cut him out. He cut him out of his paycheck.
He did.
To fund that tie and that shoe and that iPhone.
That's not a shoe, it's a pin. He's doing paperwork. He's the boss. He's got to do his paperwork. No, if it was a shoe, it would have a heel on it. He lives the high life. He's kind of short, and he might have a Napoleon complex.
Oh goodness.
Yeah, so he likes to wear heels and look at himself in the mirror and smack his ass. But last time somebody spoke about that, they got fired. So that's just between you and me.
Oh dear God.
So George, right? He only makes $1 forever. And instead of quitting his job, you know, he's part of a union, right?
A workers' union.
Yeah, the union's like, that's not fair. And Rocco's like, well, I just don't give a shit.
So wait, is George a bus? Because you just wrote bus with an arrow.
No, I told you he's in business casual, but I didn't feel like writing. It's an abbreviation. Look, I'll put a period so you know it's abbreviated.
That just looks like bus period.
At this point in his life is trying to work things out with his wife because she's a little frazzled about it. She works at the famous fast food chain Arby's.
Wow.
So you could say that she is the breadwinner. That's what.
What's she look like?
She's a beautiful woman.
Oh, an actual human woman.
No, an elephant woman.
Oh dear. Wait.
Her trunk is
George?
Her trunk
Or Rocco?
Listen. No, this is George's wife.
Oh, okay.
Her trunk is thick as fuck. And I think that's why George was into her. He likes to say it was her brains, but she doesn't need makeup to be beautiful, but sometimes she does like to put mascara on, and that's fine. That's her choice.
Happy.
She is happy. She's very happy to have her job at Arby's. There's no complaints there. She makes more than her husband. She's very happy about that. She wishes he would get off his lazy ass and do something, but he has explained that that's not the case.
That sucks.
That has to do with his $1 paycheck.
That sucks.
And see, the reason there's more than just the gold-plated tie. He knows where George lives, right?
Oh, okay.
Sometimes, late at night, when the windows are open, he watches Nancy. Her name's Nancy. No, Nancy doesn't know this. Nancy doesn't know this. She's a respectable woman. She'd never do anything like that. She loves George very much. She thinks he's a deadbeat, but she loves him. Okay. The kids don't like him too much.
Kids? They're kids now.
No, I told you, he has 28,000 kids. He was a player in his college, high school, middle school, and elementary school days, but it's okay. We all were. Especially elementary school.
How many kids?
57 at least.
Wait, you said 27,000.
Yeah, 50. It's at least 57. At least. Right. He watches. He doesn't do anything. He just watches.
He just watches Nancy. That's a little creepy.
Well, he's a boss too, and he's got to keep his business in order, so he watches and does paperwork. This is her not knowing. She's looking in another direction, 2 different directions. She has a lazy eye sometimes. So to cope with all this, George
the man.
George doesn't have a plan, and that's the problem.
Oh.
All George has is the drink. This is George.
What happened to George?
George has been drinking. Again. It's a problem that exists in our society, and I think you're not taking it seriously. Like, listen. It's bad because he has a drink. It's a problem. He's blowing his $1 on vodka and Jello shots. But listen, stop laughing. This is very serious. It's not, even though he's blowing the family's funds on drinks and he's lying to his wife, telling her that he's working late, it's not all bad because one of his kids has a drinking problem too. So it's kind of a bonding experience. This is him. His name is Tulp. His name is Tulp.
They're drinking out of the same cup.
That's all they can afford.
Dear God. How old is Tulp?
He's 8. Like, did you listen to me? Could you shut up for 2 seconds and listen to me? Okay. I know what you're thinking. He looks a lot like his father.
Yep.
But I know you're thinking he looks a lot like his father. You're like, oh my god, they are the same person. But actually, he was adopted, so we don't know how that happened.
Wait, is that a trunk or is that a needle?
What?
That is Tulp's face.
This is a trunk. These are his tusks.
Okay.
These are
His tux.
Yeah.
His tux.
He's naked. I forgot to put pants on him. They're having a good old drink, bonding.
Okay.
Tulp is like, shit, son, we blew the savings on this. And Tulp, he doesn't know how to talk yet because his dad was never around to teach him. So he just shrugs a lot to everything. George's first leg, back in the 2nd grade.
Okay.
They went on a field trip one day.
Wow.
Well,
Okay.
they were
2nd grade. Wait, is this Tulp or is this George?
This is George. This is George
Okay.
and his first girlfriend ever.
Corn.
Corn wasn't actually an elephant. Corn was a hippo.
Oh shit.
You know, it was love at first. Yeah.
What is wrong with her face? Why is her head so far out?
Her parents were hippies.
Alright, so we're getting caught up on the story with Corn the hippo and how George got his first kid.
Yeah, but like
back in 2nd grade.
Tell me about George. Tell me a little bit about George.
He kind of just starts to shrug everything off now and again because his life is so far in despair. He's taken up a drinking.
Yes.
He's taken up drinking. His kid even has started doing it with him.
Yeah. So that's good.
Nancy doesn't know about this.
Right.
But what Nancy also doesn't know about is that her husband's boss, Rocco, also watches her while he does his work. So it kind of leads me to believe that maybe...
I didn't tell you this, but I was hoping that you would read between the lines, but I guess I was asking for too much. Rocco has a lot of money, right? And by cutting George's pay, if Nancy leaves him, she's going to be looking for somebody who can provide for her kids.
Sly devil.
That's Ronco.
Sly devil.
That's Ronco.
Got it. So, as I was saying,
yes.
it appears to me that maybe Nancy is just not aware of her surroundings at all. Maybe she's an ill-fitted mother, even. I might go as far to say.
I was gonna get there, but I forgot to mention. She's blind, so that's actually super fucking insensitive. So maybe you should think before you speak. Right. Are you gonna say something mean about her too?
I mean, her face did look like an ass.
And that's what George loved about it.
All right.
She was just as thick.
Damn, he's all about them thick ladies.
He's an elephant. George, he was kind of a runt. The minute he laid eyes on her, he knew.
Yeah, like there's something about corn, and he really wanted to hit it right off the bat.
They're on a field trip in Hawaii, okay?
Yeah, they're on a field trip in Hawaii, but I didn't see any trees or palm trees in the picture, so that really wasn't painted for me.
The palm trees are implied. Corn is she's preggers, and George is like, wow, I'm gonna be a dad. Fuck, I ruined my whole life, and he's right. He's right. I mean, he's depressed as shit now, so he's right. But it wasn't half elephant.
What was it?
Look at his neck.
Oh dear fuck. Oh fuck. It's a giraffe. Or a very tall leopard.
It's a giraffe. And this giraffe just happened to be Rocco's brother.
Wait, stepbrother, I assume, right? Or adoptive brother?
Yeah, stepbrother. This is Hot. That's Rocco's brother.
Hot?
Yeah.
Is that?
Their last name is Duvet. If that helps, if you want to add him on Facebook. He's a bit of a workaholic now, so he doesn't have too much time to talk, but if you want to hit him up, he's a cool dude. I met him.
What do you think about him?
I just said he's a cool. Were you not listening?
That's it? Just a cool dude?
Yeah, he was wearing a shirt that said it, so I assume, like, I've never met a person who would lie on their t-shirt. Where were we? Oh, right, okay. Fucking George. He's like tooting, and I don't mean from his ass. He's just pissed off. He's like, what the fuck you do that for? She's scared. Cause this was the love of her life, and now they have to break up. And this is what sent George on his sex rampage. He had like 30 other wives, but the reason it didn't work out is because he didn't propose in the first place. He forgot. Well, Ronco.
His name is Ronco now?
It's Toad. This is the window, right? But oh fucking no! She's looking out the window.
Oh no!
Who the fuck's out there? I'm gonna get my shotgun. So she sees him, and she confronts him, and he's like, look, you know where George is right now? And she goes, he's at work. And then Gordo is like, I'm his boss. Why would I be here if he was at work? And Nancy's like, that's a good question.
Okay, so Rocco is saying that George is not actually at work.
Right, Rompus is saying that George isn't at work.
Rompus.
I'm gonna need your help for this, alright?
Okay.
I need to illustrate half of it. I need you to illustrate the other half of it. Can you please illustrate George for me on one side, and I'll put Nancy on the other. It'll make things quick. It'll speed things up.
Well, which side are you doing Nancy on?
You pick a side, and I'll draw Nancy on the other. Like,
I don't know how to draw an elephant, but okay.
It's backwards from the real life event. It's okay. We'll just pretend that we're watching it through a mirror, and it'll be fine.
Okay, so here's.
That's the wrong fucking side. She's a little mad, but she's still confused, so she's not gonna go off on him too bad. And so instead of yelling, she just kind of whispers everything, and she's like, George, where the fuck have you been? And George isn't looking at her because
he's ashamed.
Yeah, he's looking at the ground because he's ashamed of what he did. And George isn't looking at her because
he's ashamed.
Yeah, he's looking at the ground because he's ashamed of what he did. He's like, I will tell you the truth. I have a shitty boss, and in the back you have Ront, and he's like, oh my god, how could you say that about me? I've treated you so well. I gave you 50 more cents than your fellow employees, and this is how you treat me. George he's just laying everything out on the table. He's talking about how he hates his job, he's depressed, and he wishes he could provide, so he was out drinking, and he wasted their paycheck. And Nancy's a little pissed off about that, but she ultimately feels bad for him, right? This is her husband.
Yes.
She loves him. She's got a big heart the size of her trunk. It's...
that thick trunk.
Yeah, she's got just as thick a heart. Now, we are forgetting a very important piece of the story.
Yeah.
You know what it is.
No.
We are forgetting a child.
Oh, no.
At this point, George pisses his pants.
Oh, no.
Yes,
Can
actually.
you draw that?
I will. So, Nancy's like, my boy. They arrive there and he's passed out. But I mean, like, he's passed out. He doesn't have pupils anymore.
Oh, fuck.
Out.
Of course.
Nancy
Of course.
is like, oh no! So they rush him to the hospital. Wee-woo. And he gets there. And George realizes he can't cover the hospital bill. But guess what? Socialism!
Where's his trunk?
Right here. It's just up in the. It's at an angle where you can't really. Here's the hole, so you can kind of see the angle better. Nancy's happy as fuck, and she's still thick too. And then they realize they left their other 7,283 kids at home.
No.
And George is like, uh-oh, and like the camera pans down on his face, and that's the end of our story until the sequel.
Whatever happened to what happened to Corn? Paint it out for us.
I don't want to paint it out, but I'll talk.
Do I get humiliated? No. Never. I feel no shame.
I'll talk about it.
No, paint it.
No, I don't. It's really sad. I'm gonna
Paint
I'm
it.
gonna cry.
Paint
I'm
it.
gonna cry.
We need the visuals. Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
She became a conceptual artist and sculpted tombstones with her name on it. And that is frankly the worst path you can go down. So I didn't want to talk about this. I'm just thinking about it.